Hey, Rain here. Today's yet again another build showcase, and it's Nezha Prime. Today I'm going to show you 3 builds. So, let us immediately start. The first build is the Slash Divine build. The mods I'm using here. Why is it called Slash Divine? So, we're going to use Divine Retribution, Nezha's Fort ability augment. What this does is you're going to press the Fort ability. Every enemy that is impaled, you have to proc slash, toxin, or heat on them after the duration expires, which it will after 2.7 seconds. It's going to do a lot of burst damage in a large radius, and this is going to help you a lot with clear. Why is it called slash? Well, I did remove Nezha's first ability for Dark Verse. Dark Verse does damage and guarantees a slash proc, 2 of them, which is very good. So you're going to press the fourth ability, impale enemies, press the first ability, proc slash after 2.7 seconds, boom, clear. Very good clear. We also have Brief Respite for shield survivability, shield gating, very good. Argon Reach to help out with shield gating. You can remove this for stretch, but it's all up to you. Cunning Drift overextended another layer of ability range. Umbra Intensify ability strength. Transfer 40 ability strength. This does reduce your ability duration, which is very important. Fleeting Expertise also reduces your ability duration, which is very important. It also gives you ability efficiency, so you can spend more abilities. And Prime Flow and Equilibrium for energy economy and max energy. If you believe you can play this build without the massive maximum energy, you can remove Prime Flow for stretch, for example. That absolutely works. And if you want to play this build for high level content like endurance runs, you can do this. And this absolutely works as well. And that's it. These are the mods, the abilities. Now for the Arcanes, we have Arcanes. When this procs, you are going to be immortal for 12 seconds, which is very good. Another layer of survivability. And Mold Augmented, you're going to be killing enemies after 250 kills. You're going to have a 60% ability strength increase, and this lasts until you die, which is also very good. And that's it. Arcanes, mods, abilities, and now it's time for me to show you the shards. For the shards have a hot command for to use. It's going to be 1 Crimson for plus 50% ability strength to buff all of your abilities, plus 10 ability duration. This is a normal one. This is going to make your fourth ability last a little bit longer. It helps you a lot, so you can do a little bit more damage and have more room to do damage. And triple cast speed Ember Archon Shards. The reason why you're going to spam abilities a lot, it's going to help you with clear, KPM, and also shield gating. You're going to spam your first ability a lot, recast your fourth ability a lot, sometimes press your third ability, recast your second ability for health and energy economy and vulnerability. There's a lot of stuff you have to constantly press, and having a triple Ember is quite good, and it's quite satisfying. And that's it. These are the shards of a hot command for you to use. Now it's time for me to show you this build against the Steel Path enemies. And we're in. I'm up against the corrupted enemies at the Void, Steel Path, of course. The map's command can show you this build. Press your fourth ability, impale enemies, press your first ability on the impaled enemies, and then it bursts after 2.7 seconds, and it's going to help you a lot with clear. Let me do it again. There we go, and everything just dies. Beautiful. It has no line of sight, all of that stuff. It clears really well. Large AoE as well, very sustainy. I fix all the problems, you feel very tanky. You don't have energy problems. It's fun as hell. It works really well for high density missions. There are some enemies you cannot impale. For example, if an Acolyte spawns, use a heavy burst weapon to just kill him as fast as you can. And then you go back to your impaling stuff. At the beginning of the game, you're going to press your third ability, your second ability to inflict enemies with the vulnerable, and they have a chance when they die to drop health and energy orbs. So you can get a little bit of health and energy, especially energy at the beginning, so you can start impaling enemies and doing all this stuff. It does 500,000 to 1 million to sometimes even 5 million damage. It scales really well for most Steel Path missions. What I noticed, I didn't have any problems with it at all. Your Third ability also gives you status immunity, which is very good. Really good for shield gating builds. So no toxin proc or some other system that can bypass your shields will never be inflicted on you. You're knockback immune, so always look at your third ability when it runs out. There we go. If you believe the normal Crimson Shard is unnecessary, you can remove it for more ability strength, or you can add like the blue one for plus 75 max energy and remove Prime Flow for more range. That's also absolutely fine. There we go. Brainless gameplay, as you can see, there's enemies can't really do anything about this loop. Oof, beautiful. You just see numbers around. There we go. Impale. All of these dudes. Run away. Numbers. We have 472 kills. But yeah, this is the gameplay. Now let me show you the second build. The second build is the Heat Divine build. So this build functions exactly the same like the Slash Divine build, but instead of Dark Worse, Dante's helmet ability, we're going to use Temple's helmet ability, which is called Pyrotechnics. This one functions exactly the same like Dark Worse, but instead of slash stacks, we're going to see heat stacks. Heat also reduces enemies' armor by 50%, which is going to help you a lot against armored enemies. And this stacks more heat than Dante's Slash, so you're going to see much bigger numbers. And it also works. If you don't have the Temple's helmet ability, you can use Dante's. It's absolutely fine. Both builds work the same, and they're both good. You're also going to use Arc and Vitality to proc more heat ticks with abilities, and we do have a heat ability, so this is quite good. And yeah, these are the mods, same Arcanes, the abilities, and now it's time for me to show you this build against Steel Path enemies. And we're in yet again. There we go. Press your fourth ability, first ability, and everything dies in a large radius. If you need health and energy, press your second ability, recast your third ability always, force of all ability, knockback, stun immunity, all of that stuff, status immunity as well. There we go. Also, same gameplay, also works, very good. Poof, poof. Everything dies. Impale over here. Poof, poof. Goodbye. We need more enemies. Need bigger groups. There we go. Everything dies. Perfect. Pale. Poof, poof. And dead. There we go. This makes Nezha interesting, in my opinion. Much more interesting. To me, Nezha was always a downgrade Rhino. They have the exact same style abilities. Both of them have like crowd control fourth ability, some kind of buff ability. And they both have like one survivability ability that has like infinite scaling, all that stuff. They felt like very samey. But now Nezha feels slightly more different than Rhino. There we go. Impale over these units. Goodbye. These doodlies. Goodbye. We have 481 kills. Really good. Akiboy is here. When Akiboy spawns, use a burst weapon just to remove him as soon as you can. Because you cannot impale Akis. There we go. Goodbye, Aki. You're not needed. And yeah, that's the second build. Now let me show you the final one. And the final build is the Lazy Tanky build. This is for people that don't really like Divine Retribution. They just want to feel tanky, want to shoot their guns, and this is for you. So you're going to press your third ability, gives you status immunity, 90 DR, very good. This gives you more DR, maximum energy, health and energy economy. We also have the augment for the second ability, giving you a little bit more damage and more health drops. Stretch and cunning drift for ability range for your fourth ability, first ability, and second ability. Growing power, intensify for ability strength. Prime continuity for ability duration. And that's it. These are the mods. I did remove the first ability for Rhino Roar. You have Rhino Roar buff. You have vulnerable, tanky, crowd control. All of that stuff is very good for a tanky buffer build. And for the Arcanes, we still have Molt Augmented for more ability strength to buff all of the abilities. And Arcane Blessing, you're going to generate a lot of health orbs. You can easily cap this, and this is going to give you 1,200 health. With this and the base health is going to be 2,269. Nice. Which is a lot of health, plus a lot of layer DR, and you're going to feel very tanky, and you're going to have a lot of fun. And that's it. These are the abilities, the mods, the arcanes, and now it's time for me to show you this build against Steel Path enemies. And we are in. I'm up against the Grenier enemies at Sedna, Survival, Steel Path. I'm going to show you this build. There we go. Fourth ability, shoot guns, recast your third ability when it drops, recast your fourth ability, Rhino Roar. Also, you can press your second ability for damage vulnerable. They're going to drop a lot of health and energy orbs. We easily cap Arcane Blessing. As you can see, my health pool is massive. There we go. Rhino Roar, fourth ability. For the Shards, it's going to be triple Crimson Archon Shards for ability strength, one yellow for cast speed, and you can do like one duration or another ability strength shard. That's absolutely fine. Very tanky, very, very tanky. There we go. Pew, 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 pew. Take your favorite guns, and all your favorite guns are going to do a lot of damage. We have Rhino Roar. Oh, thank you, boy. No way. Hey, Tanky Man is here. Come on, Tanky Man. Proc vulnerable this guy, and he is gone. Beautiful, beautiful. And there you go. Those are 3 builds. I think you guys seen enough. Time for me to leave and be right back. And there you go. These 3 builds is something I enjoy. I tried out, I tested, and I like them. All of these builds work really well. Both the Slash and Heat build on the Divine Retribution are very good. The Lazy Tanky build works really well for all content in the game, and whatever content the releases works really well. And that's it. That's the Warframe. Those are the builds. I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. Thank you yet again, everybody, for watching. Leave a like and sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.